Alright, folks, it looks like we are going to be able to go and do Call of Duty Black Ops 6 for YouTube today. Now, since I got myself a little bit of rest, just give me a momentary chance here to get it adjusted just a little bit here. Let me make some adjustments on my tripod here. And then we will be good to go. Alright. So, once I get this adjusted just a tad here, we should be good to go. I don't want it too high, but I also don't want it too low. Alright. Now, for those of you that may join the channel that may be new, or for those of you that have been here, my channel vets, thank you very much. And people that are new, thank you as well for joining and becoming a part of the channel. All my new subscribers and old people that have been here, people that have been here since I've really began of getting into all this. I appreciate you as well. Means a lot from the bottom of my heart. So if you guys can just, continue to be there for me. Check out the shop. I got a lot of cool merchandise in there now. If you want to continue to support, like I've always said, the way you can is just by simply going and hitting the thumbs up. It does not cost you anything to give a like and a share. If you like what I do on this channel on a daily basis, it's just simple. Hit the thumbs up, share. It's really fairly simple. So I always try my best every day when I do things on this channel. So, and I try to do variety games, whether I'm doing games on YouTube or whether I'm doing games here on, or whether I'm doing games on, or should say whether I'm playing games for YouTube or doing games on Twitch. I try to do a variety. Now, I have quite a few things already in my merchandise shop, so that's also a reason why I have not did anything recent. Or that's why right now I'm in the promotion status for my shop right now. That's why currently right now I'm currently promoting stuff. So the only thing that's going to help me combat these is to keep moving and try not to let the zombies surround me. See, that's what's hard about that is they pin you. They all come at you at once. And that's the situation that you get in with these. Because when they get you all at once, that's where it becomes an issue. Because they will gang up on you. Like these zombies, they don't hesitate. They will gang up on you. I don't want a shotgun, man. Because the only way to really kill the zombies and to kill that big creature, you need to use an explosive. Because otherwise, you're not killing that creature without an explosive. Because that sheer strength alone is not the how strong it is. You're not going to just see, That's the problem. The zombie herds, they swallow you whole, and they push you against a wall to give you no room to move, no room to shoot, and no room to protect yourself. So basically, that's the issue you run into. If they pin you enough, that's the situation you're going to run into, to where they will pin you enough to where that creature gets you. And that's where it presents a problem at, because then that creature just can move in and hit you. Alright, so I need to move this. To right there. And this one needs to be placed about right there. Because what those are gun placements that are going to work perfectly. So when those herds start coming after me, those gun placements are going to help me. Because they're going to work for me when it comes that creature coming at me. C9 gun's probably going to be my best weapon to use to deal with and extra armor is good to have, so if one runs down, I got another. But I'm getting rid of this monster, and I'm going to do this. Because no matter however long this takes me, it's going to get done. Oh, you friggin' zombies. And here we are again, back to facing this creature after I just beat him. I just beat him and defeated him. Oh, I didn't plant those gun placements. Should have planted those gun placements. Okay, I'm gonna plant those gun placements before I do a dang thing this time. Okay, so I'll place one right there. Then because those gun placements helped me out a lot. These here helped me out a lot. One, because they scanned the area. Two, they made it much easier for me because they kept a swift eye on what was going on. As, okay, cannot be placed here. Can it be placed here? Okay. What about here? Alright, perfect. Alright. So I'm gonna make sure I got all that. I gotta make sure I got ammo. Let's see, do I have ammo? Make sure I do. Make sure my ammo is stocked. Let's see, can I grab ammo? I'm full on ammo. Get another armor just in case I need it. Let's see, what else do I need to grab, Chad? I gotta make sure I got everything I need before I get started. Make sure I got that. Throwing knives, I'm not worried about because when you do stuff like this, throwing knives are not something you need, Chad. I mean, throwing knives are just, they're not really something you need in this situation. Because the throwing knives, if there's one thing I noticed, you don't really use a throwing knife. Let me see how my battery is on my phone real quick. Alright, I am up to 67%. But yeah, you don't really need a throwing knife very much in this situation. Oh, come on, dude. And what's bad about it is every time that darn creature kills me, I have to restart, replace gun placements, get it all placed again, just to get it all straight. I have to place it all over again. You know, place my gun placements where I want them. That's why I hate about some games that are very specific, that when you die they take your stuff, or they take and you have to redo it again, you know, and replace your stuff where you originally had it. Because then it makes it all that much harder when you have to go and do it again. You know, it's like, when you go and run this stuff, like, it's already challenging enough to go and to do this and to run this game. It's already challenging enough to run it. And then they make it more difficult because, oh no, you have to go back through, run it again, or place things again the way you want them when you die. So it's like, I did it. And the only reason why I did it was because I ended up playing it smart. Because what I did in my prep was I got the gun placements placed correctly, was smart about it and wise about it.
You got the key card.
So, alright. Now I gotta go get that key card. So now I gotta get the key card from the creature here. Here's the key card. Pick it up. Boom. Dun dun dun. Okay, where do I go to exit? Where do I gotta go? Like originally go, like where do I gotta go here? Up? Ah, that's right. Okay, do I go here or is it now? Do I gotta go? Ah, okay. See, it's been so long since I played this chat, so I have to figure this all out again. Like, okay, so I go here. That's a restricted area, but Okay, where do I go? Like, it's been a while since I've done. Ah, okay, all the way up there. Okay. It's so long. Like I said, it's been so long since I've done this, so bear with me here. So bear with me here. I mean, it's been so long since I've played this. But chat, thank you for bearing with me. Thank you for being here and supporting me as I do this. I'm just glad that I was able to go and do this and achieve it. And achieve it at that with you guys being able to enjoy this. So don't forget to enjoy this video as I get it up there for you. And don't forget to give a like, a share. And I know I'm harping, but you know, hey, I love doing this. I enjoy this. So, and don't forget to check out my shop. You know, I got cool items. I got a phone case up there, women's leggings, a hoodie if you want to check it out. My sizes go all the way up to extra large. The thing of it is, I don't know why I can't get it any higher. But the merchandise is nice because one, it's just another way that you can support my merchandise other than subscribing. You can also visit my Patreon, and when you become a Patreon member, you can also, and I gotta put a few more videos on my Patreon of the stuff I do on YouTube and stuff like that, but I have one up there that basically showcases and shows what I do, which is pretty much this. I mean, the videos that you see that go up, that's pretty much what I do. You know, I do videos like this of streams and stuff, so that's pretty much what I do. Okay. So now that ends up probably gets this door open, I'm assuming. Yep, gets this one open. Now I'm not sure what this will end up bringing us to, but now melee weapons, the only thing I have against using melee weapons sometimes is a melee weapon works in some occasions, but melee weapons are not always the greatest, because let me explain something to you about melee weapons. When you use a melee weapon, alright, depending on how strong your adversary is, your enemy, okay, that's why it's not always best to use a melee weapon in some cases. In others, you can use a melee weapon. You know, weaker opponents will end up getting taken down by a melee weapon, but stronger opponents, you have to take them down with a bigger hit. So, okay. Oh boy.
Control room access gate opened.
You need to drink the water to get to it.
Okay. Okay, 0, 9, 2, 4, 7. So 0, 9, 2, 4, 7. Nine, 0, okay, 2, wait, it's 9, 2, 4. Nine, 2, 4. Okay, so 2, 9, 2, 2. Okay, so the 9's right, the 2 is right, so it's 9, 2, 4, 2. Error. Alright. 9, 2, 4. Why does this...
Are you okay in here, Daddy?
Yes, I'm recording, buddy. Why does it have to be like that difficult for the code on the door? Like, okay, 8, 3, 2, 4, 8. 8, 3, 2, 4. Alright. 8, 2, 3, 8. Okay, 3, 2, 8, 4. Alright, 8, 2, 3, 8, 3, 8, 2, 8. Like, why do they have to do that to you and make it so difficult? Like, they give you a simple 2, 3, 8. See, this is what fucks me up. Because they make... God forgive me for cursing, and sorry for dropping the F-bomb. I don't tend to do that in my videos, and I don't tend to do that on YouTube. That's not my intention, so I do apologize for doing that. But it's like ridiculous. If you see how ridiculous it is, they give you a sequence of numbers. And what's crazy is they expect you to like figure those out. Alright, 4 or 5. 1, 2. Okay. 2, 4, 3, 2. Okay, 2, 3, 1, 4. Like they always do that. They give you these like crazy sequence of numbers to try to put in the right order. Alright, 6, 7, 5, 4. Okay, 6. 4. Aha! Finally got the right sequence of numbers that time.
Train switch locked. Train switch locked.
Alright, so what I have to do is I have to go to the main switch, which is this one here.
Train switch locked.
That main switch. Alright, so that means this would be the main switch.
Train switches 1, 2, and 3 are locked. Override timer initiated. 55 seconds remaining.
Don't give up, kids.
Train switches 1, 2, and 3 are locked. Override timer. 55 seconds remaining.
Remember the tests. That is good. After training is great, collecting molds and perfect procedure. You can enter within molds of mind and body.
Facility is draining, chat. But that means things are about to get crazy. Because what that also means is we're going to be getting ready to take on a very big adversary here.
Atmosphere structure integrity compromised. System exit limit.
See? Now this is where I feel like I got gypped. Because there's no way to really take him down the easy way. This is the most difficult thing to take down. One, he sends hordes of zombies, just like the other creature does, that you have to take down. But the difference with this fool is Mr. Electrified. So this guy goes around and he's electrified. So in other words, it's a lot harder to take him down because he works, with and he gets his horde of zombies like this that comes after you. So you're not just trying to survive him, you're also trying to survive his hordes of zombies at the same time as him. So you're trying to survive him, but you're also trying to survive his hordes of zombies as well as him. So that's the problem. He could zap you, he could pin you, he can get you in between, and he's got his zombies after you. He comes out, see, he does that, he comes after you and just, you're trying to survive, you're trying to get armor plating and just, your basic survival is not easy. Not when see, now I don't have a gun. For instance, I have no AR ammo. And that's what this guy runs you out of. And then when you're out of it, there's nothing you can really do. So you're trying to get a gun in between to fight him, to combat him. And it's like, you're trying not to get shot. And he shoots you, and then you're trying to just avoid his shots at the same time as not being hit by his zombies and stuff, but it doesn't allow you to really pick anything up for your own defense. And this thing's a robotic adversary. And see how he's doing to you, you can't really look back to fight. Thank goodness. See, that's what I'm glad I finally defeated him, but it felt like what took forever. That's what's rough about battling these adversaries in here, is it took like what forever. Now imagine that, I'll tell you this right now, imagine this, but imagine this on the most difficult level. This is on like the regular level. But imagine if you would have took this guy on and you would have took this guy on like the most difficult level on this game. Now, truthfully, I would tell you right now, you'd be out of your gourd. And the reason why I say that is because it's already difficult as is just to defeat him, just to beat him. And that's why I say that. It's like you're already in a good enough battle to beat him. Even without it being on the most challenging or the most difficult. And I still think that you get quite the challenge just taking these adversaries down, even without taking them down on the most okay, this is weird. The way that wheelchair just rolled out there, yeah.
Chase. I'm here.
Research participant. Please ensure all
But see, that's what I love about Battlefield 6. Sure, I might rage a little bit. I might have what they call a rager, a rage anger, but I'll tell you what, I get through it. It's all a part of my process. If there's one thing I could say, chat, it's all a part of my process. I do apologize, however, for dropping the F-bomb, YouTube. But sometimes, some things, they get to really be frustrating. So, I'm not going to sugarcoat that. I mean, some things do get to be frustrating, but hey, as frustrating or as difficult as they get to be, I get through it. So, really can't complain, as hard as it might be sometimes. But boy, oh boy, do I get through it. No matter how much of a fight I'm looking at, but I get through it, so really can't complain too much. Alright, so got that done. But the only thing that sucks right now is I ain't got no ammo. Oh, lovely. No ammo, so that ain't gonna really help me. I think that's gonna work against me, chat. What do you think? Now see, the west wing's open, and that other wing's open. So where can this possibly be? Because west and east wing's open. Ah, okay, administration this way. Okay, hold on. Let me check my phone. Well, this is, now imagine this, okay? The difficulty is on recruit, but just this being on recruit is crazy enough. I'm doing this on recruit, and you see how rough it is even on recruit. So, yeah, safety is your top priority, but yet you have all these things going on, and you have your wings that are out of control. Like, seriously? Right now, I don't know.
They documented the meeting of the Great Order. They used to take their reports to the director. Now it's up to us. Maybe he'll give us his key card in return.
Administration, the unsung heroes of advanced technology and application. Welcome to the third city.
Found the first report. They were all complicit. It's two reports. Two left. We'll find this in the reports. The director wants those reports, Case. Good job. Three reports. One more to go. That's the last report. There we go. I knew you could trust him. He has the key card. Open it.
Oh my goodness.
He has the key. Open it.
Ah! See, now I'm learning how to run like slick maneuvers off. I'm learning the invasion of like how to do this now. Like, I'm getting my groove back, so to speak. In other words, what you're seeing from me, you're seeing the legit top gamer pro. You're seeing the guy that really pulls things off, and you're starting to see my top gamer pro skills now.
Directing control required.
So,
Directing gift card accepted.
because that's what you're starting to see now. Like, you're starting to see my my skills starting to come through now. The skills that I told everybody I basically had and all that some people didn't even want to, the skills that people didn't think I had the whole time, but I actually do have. So. Oh my goodness! Man, did I accomplish that chatting by the skin of my teeth. Man, oh man.
That's all he has.
Now, I'm doing this on recruit. Now, if you imagine if I was doing this on something higher than recruit, mind you, higher than recruit, it'd be even more tough than this.
Into a biological factor instead.
But just on recruit, this game just on recruit is already this tough.
Please report suspicious behavior to your immediate supervisor. If you see something, say something.
Directive control accepted. Access to private technology granted.
That's the only thing I don't like about the LMGs is when they give you an LMG, it takes so long just for a reload.
After the incident here, that instant ship it is all emergency.
And truthfully, that's why when I have I've played other games, I've played other games where when I've gotten LMGs on other games, and I'll be honest, on other games, the LMGs are better. I don't think an LMG really has a place on Call of Duty. Because the Call of Duty games are quick pace. Especially if you go in PvP. Because you don't want to be having an LMG and then having to, reload your shots and trying to survive with an LMG in your hand. Like, look, for instance, I'm already getting slaughtered. I have an LMG in my hand. I have a whole entire zombie horde on me. I'm already dead. And that's because I have an LMG in my hand trying to kill all of them, including trying to kill a villain at the same time. And an LMG, the time it's taking me longer to do it. you see what I mean? That's why I think an automatic weapon is your ultimate perfect defense. Because every time on a game like this, it's better for an automatic weapon. Because you will always have a better defense with an automatic weapon than you would with something that you have to take more time to load up. So that's why I always choose an automatic weapon over something that you have to take more time to load. So always remember that, folks. You know, always choose your like straight up quick load up guns in any game, especially a Call of Duty. You know, always make sure you go with like your guns that give you the quick load ups instead of the short time load ups.
Hey, something you should see.
No popcorn?
I'm serious.
Hey, you got my attention. You got the dish.
Indeed.
No, you must make sure. Yes, you have it. Ready, Dr. Hussein? Okay. Test subject 18 has been infected with the fever. She's now in proximity to our control subject. Transmission should occur momentarily.
It's a biological weapon. You know this already. Keep watching.
Is it faster this time?
Faster, yes. And more aggressive, as requested. Wonderful.
Isn't that your friend? Harold? You did that.
Apparently so.
Just have a few moments.
Need you! Grab the other end, will you? Good to see you up. Imagine that bed that you were on is still taking a toll. And you know, maybe that your friend is a huge bitch. At least you missed the house collapse last night. Right into the water. I don't know about you. I might start sleeping outside. Let's drop them right here. I don't want to bother Marshall. What? This again.
It's near the end of the video. Listen.
I wonder, did I max it? Yeah, I must have maxed everything out over there. I also let me see, did I max out everything over here? Where do I go for the weapons bench to work? I'm leveling the weapons bench.
Can I talk to you?
We working on his own.
I'm trying to push. It's clear you're taking this pretty hard. Yes. I suppose I will.
Okay. Because what I'll do is when I get a chance, I will also put more toward the gear station to get the gear station up when I get more cash. When I get on more, when I can do more missions.
Say it back.
No, the rules have changed!
Case. Beginning to think you're invincible.
We can't talk about this.
You still with me? Nah. Kid's grown up a lot last couple weeks. This might feel like a nasty setback, but he'll pick himself back up. He's resilient. I got faith in that son of a bitch. Is Livingston a world-class asshole? Abso-fucking-lutely. But Harrow? She's unhinged. Not sure if I buy them being in the same league. Yeah, he called. Said he won't be home in time for dinner. He's still searching for Kusip in Iraq. Leads a dead end so far. But quit ain't in Adler's vocabulary, so we'll see. Do I think it was Harrow? Don't know. Probably. Pantheon's got a war chest. Could be she traded me, Mason, and Hudson for mountain cash. Raul Menendez is swimming in drug money. Wouldn't surprise me at all. Shit's getting heavy.
No one here believes you're contagious, Case. But a little more space, if you don't mind.
Broken wall. Just what we needed, right?
Been a day, huh, case. The person you trust the most is the one most capable of hurting you. I do feel for Marshall. Years ago, I was involved with someone. His name was Pascal, another member of the guild. I had never met anyone like him. Someone who didn't take me at face value. He was convinced I wasn't a killer at heart, that I cared too much. And I believed him. I told guild leadership that I no longer wanted that life. They confided in me. They knew that Pascal was an operative from a rival family. He had infiltrated the guild to sow discord, take our secrets. They had the evidence. So they had me orchestrate his assassination. The most difficult thing I've ever done. Yes. But it probably won't shock your case to learn what happened next. The whole thing was a lie. He was innocent. I fled the guild and vowed to myself that I would bring the whole house down. Pascal was right about one thing. I do care too much. But he also got something wrong. I am a killer. Irreversibly. Thanks for listening, Case.
Well, I think right here is where we will wrap this up for now. But we can always continue this tomorrow. I'm glad that I was able to get a little bit of a stream done here and get a video made. So if you enjoyed this and you enjoyed us getting it finally to this point, just let me know. And if you want to help by simply giving it a thumbs up and a share, I would appreciate that. And if you do want to further help support the channel, you can by subscribing. You also can help just by simply going and checking out the merch shop and seeing what all's there and seeing if you're interested in any of it. If you are, you can go ahead and check out there and get something there from the merch shop. That also helps to support the channel. I also have a Patreon where you can become a member, and that supports the channel as well. So take care and enjoy your summer. Top Gamer out.